I
Go
just
ahead,
wanted
Perry.
to say this. Women have the right to enjoy sex just like men do. So it's almost like this travesty when a woman is like, yo, the sex is whack, or I don't like the sex and I'm out. They have the right to enjoy themselves just like men do. So I just don't understand, because we men, we come off, any woman we with, if I get with a woman and for whatever reason I can't, get an orgasm, I'm out. I'm like, so I feel the same thing with women. Like, come on, man. We all want something out of these relationships, and we can't expect a woman to just deal with some bullshit because she wants to be in a relationship. No, women want what they want, and men want what they want. I just think we get to the point where we just demonize women for wanting to enjoy good sex. It's just dumb to me.
Man, where's the discipline in this conversation? Go ahead, Paris.
I just wanted to answer the question, and I don't. I personally feel like Marcus or Trev. I don't believe we should be withholding anything in the context of getting into an actual committed relationship. And I say that because of one reason and one reason only. For a woman, being a wife is in you. It ain't something you turn off and on. So if that's really who you are, right, you should be operating in the state of mind, and you should be operating in that role at all times. You don't take it off and put it back on. You don't turn it on and turn it off. Like, the issue is that a lot of times women become wife to a man who wasn't supposed to marry. A lot of times women become wife to a man who they not the real of, and they feel like he was the person who wronged them. So she starts acting in a I've seen nature towards every man that she deals with, that she wants to give a chance to, and that wants to give her a chance. And the reality of it is, if you gotta change who you is based off of the person that you dealing with and past hurt, that wasn't in you no ways. Because if you a nice person, you a nice person. And if you like kids, you like kids. And if you're a caring person, you're a caring individual. And if you're, loving, you're loving. It don't stop because of, oh, this way, this way. No. Let's call it what it is. It be manipulation. Men and women be manipulating the other party, trying to tell them, don't give this, that, and the third before you get into a situation. When the reality of it is, there is no way in hell you can be with a person for 2 years, never give them anything. You never buy them anything for their birthday. Y'all live in two separate houses. Y'all never spend no time together. Y'all never date. Only time y'all around each other is talking, texting, and having sex. And then you turn around and go, well, we finna get married. And they wake up one day and start being the best person ever. Y'all cooking in the kitchen together. Y'all dancing. Y'all singing. Y'all going to family events. Life don't happen that way. So the reality is, we study telling women and we study telling men, oh, hold back, hold back. Hold back what? I need to know what I'm getting myself into. Because I need to see if something go on with you when you get into a precarious financial situation, how you respond. I need to see what happens when you get your feelings hurt by somebody in your family. I need to see how you deal with grief. I need to see how you deal with you losing your job or you having an issue at work. I need to see all these things. So what exactly would I be holding back? Because if I need to see these things, I need to also have the opportunity to show up for you to see how I respond to you. And I think that we keep missing that part. Like, I need to be able to show up and respond to you in a way that makes you feel like this is a person I can be with long term. So I don't agree with that. And I ain't even talking about sex. I'm talking about real nitty gritty. What happens when the doors are closed, it's cold as hell, and it's dark, and ain't nobody looking, and it's just me and you? When we got to sit and see each other, what happens then? Do I like you? If these children never exist, do we still stay together when we have no other obligations to each other? And until people actually stop holding back shit, we're going to constantly have a lot of divorces where people are predicated on their happiness. We're going to constantly have a lot of broken homes where people say, it's about me, I can move on, it's other fish in the sea, because you already started out holding shit back.
I think people got to understand too that you can't duplicate every situation until you're in that situation. So, like whenever you decide to, I'm in it for the long run, just keep in mind that when things arise, y'all gonna have to process through that. Y'all gonna have to understand there's gonna be some things that we didn't foresee that we may be in, and we're gonna get through it. So keep that in mind.
Can I say something, JR?
I didn't get a chance to actually comment on the actual subject itself.
Okay. Casey, I'm gonna come to you next. Let me let go answer the question, then we'll come to you.
Okay.
Then we're gonna try to wrap it up so we can get to the main topic. Go ahead, let go.
All this withholding stuff is for young people. It's for when you like 19 and 22. But if you over 30 or 35, like what the hell are you doing? A lot of y'all don't had babies already. Talking about withholding some shit. So the whole withholding is just stupid. All right. Do what you're gonna do. And I love everything Paris said, because and it goes back to what I said in the first topic. Too many people try to hold back feelings, vulnerability, money issues, or whatever, because they're afraid of being judged. And next thing you know, you end up being with a person and find yourself lying or withholding information, not just sex, but information from the person, because you're so worried about being judged. Now you end up finding out that you've been with a man for 2 years and he ain't paid his taxes, or he broke, or he got some shit on his record that he got a criminal record, some crazy shit, and or he lied about something, right? So I think we have to stop with all this withholding shit and just be real with each other. It ain't no withholding sex, it ain't no withholding head, it ain't withholding money. Like, do what you do in a relationship like you are married. All that shit is just dumb. What are you withholding for? We too old for this shit.
All right, go Miss Casey. And then we're gonna go ahead and transition you guys. Go ahead, Casey.
No, I just wanted to say, when I started talking, I did say that it's a difference between ages, right? I said how you would move at 20 something versus mid 30s or late 30s would be completely different. But still, my opinion is, I don't believe it's just me, just how Marcus said, it was just him. With my opinion, I really feel like a boyfriend is a boyfriend, a husband is a husband, a wife is a wife, a girlfriend is a girlfriend. They're not all the same things. I don't believe in people moving the exact same way just because you're in a relationship with someone. There's levels. There's levels to everything in life. You get a bachelor's, there's a master's, and then there's a PhD. It's not just, oh, I went to school, so I've mastered it. So I don't feel like you give your all and pour everything out for a boyfriend to become a wife. The way you move shows those qualities, if you have the qualities or not. Now, the checking of the boxes of y'all talking about like withholding sex and withholding this and that, I'm talking about just in general. The way you move as a girlfriend and boyfriend is not the same thing as a husband and wife. And your souls, it's biblically not. It's really not. It's definitely not. The way people move, people buy houses separately as girlfriends and boyfriends. When you're married, you're not moving as two separate individuals. You're moving as one. And I think women make that mistake with putting all their eggs in a basket and moving as wives when they don't have rings on their fingers. And that's why they don't end up getting married, or they end up in failed relationships, because they don't get with men that have husband qualities and move and show those husband qualities, but they move like a boyfriend. That is not a husband. That is not your husband. You don't tell your boyfriend that he needs to do X, Y, and Z like you're his wife. That man is a single man until he walks down the aisle. No, y'all talking about act accordingly.
Two different things.
Y'all are saying act accordingly and until you just happen to be husband and wife.
I'm not saying
the same
go
thing.
buy a house with your boyfriend or something like that. I'm just
giving an example.
How you operate as a person isn't going to change when you get married. I've been married. I've been dating. All of the shit to a certain degree, it's the same. I've had women live with me. I've been married. It's all the same. But all together, we have our own kids. We run things a little bit differently. But all together, so like you said, it's levels. But it's all the same shit. You don't buy a house with your boyfriend. I get it. But at the same time, it's the same thing how you
They sign
operate.
leases together,
It-
and that's
it-
common. That's very
Yeah.
common in the Black community. It's very
Right.
common that we
And that's
date
also
later.
why
Same shit.
people. That's why we're not getting married in the Black community.
That's
as
not
well,
why we're
Eric.
not getting
That's
married,
why.
though.
That's not.
It's not.
No, here's the thing. That's
People
not why
aren't-
we're not getting married. That's not why
Okay.
we. I promise you. That is
Because
not
they
the reason.
haven't seen. Because
That's
people
No,
haven't
not why
seen
people are
what a
no.
healthy
It's not.
marriage
One at a
Hey,
time so they can hear it, y'all. One at a time so they can hear us.
It's not.
Statistically, that ain't even why we're not getting married. Because even that has proven that us being in long-term relationships, where you got an uncle who ain't never married your auntie or this, that, and the third, that's still your family, bro. Like, we'll never sit here and try to make it seem like those people don't operate on a contingency of marriage. When they in the household together, paying all their bills together, their kids are communized together. She integrated into his family, he integrated into your family. That's not saying that that's the reason why Black people are not getting married. That's always been a part of our
Harris,
culture.
what
Hold
do
on,
Black
it is-
people say?
hold on, wait
I
a
don't
minute,
know what
Eric.
a marriage looks like. I don't even know
No,
how
no,
to
no,
go
no, no.
about getting
That's- but-
married because I
but
don't
that's
have
not my
the
point.
That's not
examples
the
of a healthy
same.
marriage.
That's not